Episode 13. Let's go, baby. Let's go. You all ready? Come on with it. The aggression speed run. You already know what time it is, guys. Fast, aggressive, tactical chess. Time to get to it. You already know, boys and girls. Stop playing with them. Concrete calculation, pattern recognition, confidence under pressure. Openings are, I passed it. Where is it? Here it is. All right. With white, Jobava London. With black against D4, King's Indian against E4, Black Lion. Let's get it, guys. You already know. I think we have 700 now. 700 and some change. So we're going up from 400 to 2K. And, you know, play some games over 2K too as well. Why not? Chess should be fun, aggressive, and fast. Let's get to it, boys and girls. Stop playing with them. Here we are. Boom. Okay. So we got white here. We're starting with white. We're going to go D4, the Jobava London here. D4 and D5. So we're going to go knight C3 always. Bishop F4 runs into weird stuff like C5 first, which we don't play. So we go knight C3 always first. Then we follow up with bishop f4. Bishop f4 now. We can also go e3. You could have went French too as well, but we, you know, that's e4 stuff. So bishop b4. This is sort of a different move here. I'm still going to go e3 anyway to see if we can transpose into the knight e2 variations, and we do. So knight f6, and we transpose into a variation where usually they go knight f6 and then bishop b4. So I put my knight here to take back this way. I'm going to go a3 next. Bishop d7, not a bad move. It's just sort of strange, you know. They're kind of offbeat in a way, but not a bad move. I'm going to go a3, and I'm going to take back with the knight. So he went bishop back. Now I could go b4 and not have to worry about anything here. And now I'm going to play this weird move here. I got this from a Magnus game. So Magnus Carlsen versus Jeffrey Zhang in a Title Tuesday. And not in this position in particular, but it was sort of like this. And I even taught this. Shout out to Cody. Hey, Cody, I know you're watching this right now. Cody, let's go. Cody, you remember this, Cody? Knight g1. In fact, knight g1 and knight f3. Cody is a student. Shout out to Cody. So knight g1 and knight f3 and bishop d3 is our idea here with knight e5. So I'm going to go knight g1. Put the knight here and bishop d3 because I have this grip on the c5 square. So this knight g1 move, one thing I love to teach is I always like to say, if they move a piece multiple times, you can move a piece multiple times. So I can get away with this move, right? Because he moved the bishop 1, 2, 3 times. So I'm able to get away with giving up a tempi like this, or tempo, and then go knight f3 and put the knight in the original square of where we want to go. So here's our plans here as I'm drawing the arrows. Let's see how this plays out. My knight g1 is a weird move, but we have a great intention behind it. So he goes c6. Usually that's for like bishop c7. So I'm going to go knight f3, and I will go knight e5. I don't really want to trade bishops yet. Let's see what happens. He goes queen e7. I'm going to go bishop d3, just develop my pieces. He plays c5. That is not a move. That is not a move. We are going to take this. The question is, which way do we want to take? Does it really matter? I'll open this way. You know, I don't think it really matters, but I'm just going to open the B file. Guys, make sure you take the pieces that they give you here. We just take it. We just take it. We're up. So he gets 2 for the bishop there. He gets 2 pawns. I'm going to back my knight up here to e2, and I'm going to get castled next. And we're just up material. We're just up material here. Guys, at this level, in this rating range, as you see, it's a lot about capturing their pieces that they give you and miscalculating and missing tactics. So if you are at this level, well, this is what you can expect. They're going to take stuff. They're going to hang things. They're going to mess up, you know, when it comes to exchanges and captures, and we want you to be able to capitalize on that. So I'm gonna get out of the way with the castle now. I'm just literally up material, guys. I am up right now. I have an extra piece. He's just giving up some more material. I'm gonna take with the pawn. I'm gonna pre-move knight takes because I believe he's gonna take it here because I think he just miscalculated again or miscounted. He didn't. Okay, cool. All right, so he went queen h5. I'm gonna go knight g3 to attack this queen again. It's almost trapped. He has queen a5. Wow. I wonder if he spotted. Will he spot it, boys and girls? Will he see it? Actually, okay, he has queen g4. I'm tripping. He has another one. Yeah, he finds that one. I'm going to go bishop d6. I like this move here. Bishop d6 stops the castle, threatens h3. This pawn is hanging, but I don't really care. Okay, so he goes knight h5. I'm going to go h3. Too many pieces. The queen is now lost. That is it. The girl is gone. No squares for the queen that will get the queen out of being lost here. The queen is gone. We're going to take the queen first. And then let's see. Wait, resignation. Hold the phone. Hold it down. Resi. Oh, he's still going. Okay. So bishop takes. Now I can use the in-between move because he's going to take this back. I'm going to actually draw the king out first. This is called an in-between move or Zug. And now I'm going to take with the pawn. The reason being is because I open up the F file. So he's going to maybe try to castle by hand here. I'm going to go knight G5 check first. It's a double check. Maybe he'll go king G8. And a resignation. So we're able to win that one. Let's go to game review real quick to see what that one was about. And then get into our next game here. So we had 85% accuracy. I had a miss here. My miss was taking with the other pawn. What, bro? This is what I tell the engine. I'm like, I always tell the engine, yo, be quiet, bro. Like, just nobody cares, right? Who cares there? All right, let's go back to the beginning. D4, D5, knight C3, E6, bishop F4. We got a Jar Jar Binks London, aka Jobava. This could have transposed where he could have played knight F6 first and then go bishop B4. But he went bishop B4 first and then he went knight F6. So it's totally no move order thing he wanted us to do. So bishop B4, E3, knight F6, knight E2. This is all theory, basically. That's what I like to say. Bishop D7, yeah, as you see, it's a good move. It's just not the normal. So the bishop D7, I go A3 to kick the bishop. He moves it back, in fact. Bishop E7 is usually the best, as they say, or bishop takes C3, but they give us the bishop pair. So after B4, bishop B6, and knight G1. Very nice move. I like this move. I know knight G3 is a move, but I wanted to go the Magnus route, and you know, Magnus route is always a better route than your route, generally. So knight to G1, Magnus game against Jeffrey Jong. Knight F3, bishop D3, stuff like that, and going for our usual stuff. C6, knight F3, queen E7, bishop D3. I develop, and then he goes C5, which is a free pawn. We take it, and then we take the bishop, so now we're up material, and the rest is basically easy. We take the pawn, attack the queen, get out of danger, attack the queen again. The queen is now trapped. We take the queen, draw the king out, we win the game. Resignation. Jobava for the win. Let's get to our next game. Here. Let's do it. Oh, we got back-to-back whites. Let's go. Okay, D4. Let's go. I'm going to pre-move D takes E5, just in case. Okay, so D5. We're getting a lot of regular games now, Jobava whites. Knight C3. Remember, we always go knight C3, and then we go bishop F4 next. Knight C6. So if bishop F4, if he goes knight F6, he falls right into the trap. Let's see if he falls for it, boys. He goes bishop F5, so it's a copycat variation. And the copycat variation with this, what I really like to do is go F3. F3, the idea is to go E4 next. E4. And if knight F6, then we go G4. So let's see what he plays. So he goes knight B4, sort of playing a Jobava, reverse Jobava, which we will have some content on that one day. Best believe we're going to have some reverse Jobava. I have played it, and I played score very high with that too, depending on what they play. But he's going with a reverse Jobava. We're going to E4, though, because his F3 pawn helps us. So now after pawn takes, we're going to take back with the pawn. So we take, hit the bishop. Bishop here is not a move at all. And then we're going to kick this knight back next because it's off sides. In a way, so we're going to gain some tempi on this knight. Let's see what happens. The bishop should go back to G6. I can also throw in H4 to see if H5 is played, but that's a hope move, hoping that he won't play H5 or H6. So we won't go for that. We're going to go for more principled with A3 that attacks the knight first. Then we'll follow up with D5 because I'm expecting knight to C6 next. So let's see what he plays. See what he plays. Back-to-back Jobavas here. Okay, he goes bishop G4. Okay. I like what he's doing. I actually like what he's doing. What he's doing here is actually, it's tricky. We're still winning. I should take this. If knight takes, king D2, knight takes, and then maybe D5 or something like that. Maybe king C1. The idea here, though, is he wants to take on C2. I'm going to let him do it. I'm getting some material. I'm going to get this rook back. But he's tricky there. Look at, you know, got to give him some props there. I'm going to go king D2 to attack this knight. Now, I'm actually going to go knight F3 first. I'm going to get this knight later. I'm defending this pawn through check. Yes, of course, he has knight F6. I might go queen F5 there. Let's go queen F5. Queen F5. If E6, I'm going to go queen B5 and do it this way. This is my idea. Let's go queen B5, check. So now we're going to get this piece because it's stuck in here. This is advanced, what I'm doing here. Very advanced play. Because it's knight stuck. I'm getting a 2-for-1. I'm getting a 2-for-1. So now I'm going to take here, and I'm threatening to take on C6 now. With check. Let's see what he plays. The knight is trapped in here. Bishop G4 was a clever way of doing things. It was clever, but I am a Jedi. I am a Jedi. But gotta commend what he went for. So I take the pawn. So now I get back the pawn that he grabbed from us before getting the rook. I'm going to take this next if he lets me. My next move is probably something like bishop d3. Actually, you know what? I have an even better move. Look at this, guys. Bishop a6. Oh, my goodness. When you find a good move, look for a better one. So he couldn't go rook b8 because this was hit. Now my bishop hits here. So not only am I getting this, but I'm getting this too. I'm getting this too. So I'm getting a lot of material right now. I'm getting a lot of material. Well, I guess he could go back. Technically, he could go back, but then that just hangs this pawn, and then I'm going to grab this too. Yeah, he could technically just go back to the starting square. That's a hard move to play. One of the hardest moves that I remember even playing, period, is going back to the square you were just on. Like, sometimes you don't even consider that it's a move where you have to go back to the starting square. So, you know, he can do that. We are going to take this pawn with check, and if knight d7, when you find a good move, look for a better one. I'm actually probably going to play knight e5. Put pressure here, or maybe bishop b5 first. I don't really know yet. I have to calculate. Wait, is bishop c7 the queen trap? Oh my goodness, it is. So, no, it's not. He has queen d7, but the rook will be hanging. So I just calculated this. Rook a8. Can I just go here now then? Bishop c7, really strong move, hits the queen, and then queen takes rook. Really strong idea. Really strong. Rook's hanging, the knight's hanging. King looks crazy here, but this is what tactics are for. Knight takes e4 doesn't work, and knight takes back. Remember, we calculate, guys. Work on your calculation. I do that a lot with my students. Work on calculation. On calculation. Very wild game, though. Reverse Jobava in a way. He played the Jobava against the Jobavians, against us, our fellow Jobavians. He tried to play the reverse. And we got him, boys. We got him. So we're going to let him think it out. We're going to let him think it out. Oh, yeah. I mean, how y'all doing today, chat? I guess you can just tell me how you feeling today. How was your day? Because we're going to be here right now. He in the think tank. He just thinking. So, yeah. Jobava London. We got the big course dropping this weekend. No Fluff Jobava is coming out, guys. I know you've been asking. You've been like seeing it. You've been seeing the post. It's all coming out this weekend. Thursday night. Today is Tuesday night. As I record this, 5 minutes. He in a think tank. He like, dang, this 700 good. Who is this 755? Why he so good though? That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. Play G5, bro. It's not. This is so off the wall. I was not expecting this move at all. Whoa. G5. I'm gonna go here because I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I do know what he's doing. He wants G4, right? He wants G4, and also if I would have taken, then his rook would. I mean, he played an advanced move. Like, dang, who is this 700? G4 makes the knight move, right? So if I would have went like bishop takes or something, or maybe like bishop G3, G4, then I move the knight and he takes here. That was another idea, but I just like this. So now I could take this as an in-between move and threaten this, but he can just castle. I don't really care about that. I'm just going to take and trade, guys. We're just up material. One of the easiest ways to eliminate all the problems that you might have is to literally trade the pieces. Guys, we're up material. Look at how many pieces. Count them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm actually going to get a few more here. I'm going to just move my bishop back to safety. Get my bishop out of the way. I don't want him taking it. And look at his knight still stuck over here. Still stuck. He could try G4. Might be his last effort to try and do something. Actually a good move because he has bishop. Oh, he doesn't have bishop h6. Yeah, because I have knight g5. And if bishop h6, I'll take. Well, maybe he has h6. He could try g4. But I don't really care. I don't have to play it super accurate anymore. I'll just trade everything out. I'm still up. He goes knight g4. We'll take here. And then take here. There we go. So now we have 2 extra pieces. This one's over, boys and girls. 2 extra pieces is more than enough. Now a 3rd extra piece. He actually just hung that there. We could see a resignation here. He's still going for it. We'll go b3. Don't give him anything back. I'll go bishop back. Doesn't literally give him nothing back. And then we just activate our pieces and win the game. Activate our pieces, win the game. We'll take here. I'll take that one. And then, yeah, we just kind of convert. Really, really simple. convert. I'll maybe go g4, keep the bishop here. Okay, he's attacking my pawn. I'll go king here, defend it. You always ask, what are they doing? Really quickly, quick calculation. What is he doing? Answer it. Keep it moving. Do we have any tricks? No, I'll just go rook f1, defend, knight g4 next. Looking for mating ideas now. Looking for the mate ideas. Okay, he stops knight g4. Nice job. I'll go knight e4 then, bring the brother. Knight e4 check just to see where he goes. I can pre-move knight takes g5 if I like. I don't really care though. I'm just going to bring the other knight. I'm going to bring the pieces closer to him. One thing you want to do, especially when you're looking for checkmate, is bring the pieces closer to the king. You're trying to checkmate, so bring the pieces closer. Attacking this pawn now. Let me see. Check, check, check. Okay, we'll take the pawn. Why not? Why not? Okay, and where's the mate at? This is check. They don't have mate yet. Okay, he resigned. He resigned. So mate was coming later, obviously, but yeah, he just resigned there, and we got a botted there, boys and girls. We got another one. Jobava for the win, 94% there, 94.7. Nice game. So d4, d5, knight c3, and knight c6. It's the copycat variation, as we like to say. Bishop f4 and bishop f5. What I love to play is the f3 move. F3 they say is good. E4, I forgot about that move. E4 is a move. I literally forgot about this, but E4 is really hard to play. Really hard to play. After E4, I think pawn takes is like D5 or something. Yeah, it's really strong. And then if bishop takes, there's knight takes, and then I think you still go D5. Yeah, D5. This gets spicy variation, but you gotta know what you're doing here. I remember just F3, which was simple. And if knight F6, you go G4. And then you go H4, and you transpose into a different, OG Jobava variation. He went knight B4 though, which gives us an immediate E4. He takes, we take back, and we're just better. Bishop G4. So queen takes was nice. Great move from us. Knight takes, king D2, and we're just up. I go knight F3 because this was hanging. So you go for knight F6. I like queen F5. They didn't like this actually, in fact, at all. E6 was wrong. C6 was better. But I mean, a human move is E6. So check, and queen takes B7. Takes here. Rook C8, bishop A6, really nice. Hits the rook. G5, bishop E5, hits the knight. And then we take, and then the rest is easy. We're just up material. And we trade when you're up, not when you're down. He hung a piece there. And the rest, quite simple, boys and girls. We just convert, bring our pieces closer to the king. Check, he resigns, and mate is coming up next too as well. So, guys, fun stuff today. Jobava works. The Jobava works. In fact, we'll name this one what? The Jobava hits hard. It definitely does at all levels. I'm telling you guys, literally at all levels, the Jobava hits very, very hard. So I hope you're doing the hitting of the hardness to all of your opponents out there, guys. This is another episode of the Speed Run. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I will have a pinned comment for you guys. Make sure you let me know in the comments how you like this video and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys on the next episode.